The first topic is thunderstorms. So what is it? It is accompanied by lightning, thunder, and also the rainfall. So most of the times you have observed, maybe you have observed, before the rainfall happens, you mostly hear the sound, is it? And storms also come, lightning, is it? So what was that actually, that is the nothing but a thunderstorm. That is actually the combination of lightning, thunder, and the rainfall. So next, it's also having a humidity. So there will question arise that what causes the thunderstorm? Who is responsible for causing the thunderstorm? The humidity, okay, unstable air and lift in air. So what happens here? Lift result in thunderstorm. So here humidity means nothing but, guys, see, cloud rains. It's a combination of cloud. Humidity is always nothing but a consisting some moisture, is it? So unstable air is nothing but air from the lowest layer of the what can we say, the land or the soil, okay. And what happens, they're very they will become a warm, okay, as heat up they will become a warm, and the upper side will be become a cool, okay. In that situation I'm talking. So lift result in thunderstorm is what? Moving upward, rising direction the wind. So what happens in this situation? The moving upward rising of wind will happens. So this is nothing but a, who is going to be responsible for causing the thunderstorm? That is the cloud rains, the air lowest layer which is very warm, and the upper one which is a cooler one. And the lift air result is nothing but, that is a moving upward rising the wind. So it is all the combination of the thunderstorm. So after that only then the thunderstorm can occur and we can able to see it. Is it lightning which happens and the sound which comes, that is the thunderstorm. So it is a combination of lightning, thunder, and the rainfall. Next, it mostly occurs in hot, humid, tropical regions. So it is mostly occurs only in hot and tropical regions. And then the thunderstorm can become a cyclone under certain conditions. See, guys, that thunderstorm only can convert into the cyclone only. So see, we will see what is the cyclone, then you can understand, okay. So what is your cyclone? It is a cyclone is a large mass of air that rotates about 10,000 15 kilometer high in the air. So it is nothing but very high, okay, in the air. And the center of the cyclone is a calm area called as the eye of the storm. So in the structure we can you can understand which are the parts and what it's named specifically, okay. So the system of closed rotating wind around a low pressure area. So it is mostly happens where the actually low pressure area is going to be caused, okay, inside the water. So which is the low pressure area in this situation? Inside the cyclone, the center part, which is called as the eye of the storm, okay, that is nothing but a having a low pressure area, okay. See next, how is the cyclone formed? Suppose I can give one example. Water which can heat up, okay, that will convert into the water vapor. This situation we already know. Suppose this will happen in a reverse, means from the water vapor, when it cool downs or the heat will get released out, then it will convert into the water droplets. Is it? This situation also we know. So in the same thing, during the rainfall the water vapor will release the heat and it will convert into the droplet, that we know very well. So water vapor clouds get converted to the liquid water and heat is released, okay. And air is warmed up. In this situation warm air rises up, as we have just seen in the thunderstorm. The air lowest layer which is very warm one, is it? So same one, the warm air rises up and low pressure area is formed where? At the center. and more cool air converge towards the center. So more cool air means whichever the air which is comes, okay, inside the center only, because there is only a low pressure area. Okay, so let me show here. See guys, this is the middle part, that is nothing but called as the eye, that is called as the eye. Okay, so here what happens, at the middle only the conversion takes place, more cool area converges towards the center, that is nothing but a center is a lower pressure area. Okay, so now here what happens here, result in high speed winds resolving around the low pressure center. So the, if you consider the middle one, as you go likewise, what happens, the outermost, that is actually in a high speed, that results in a high speed winds, the outer one, that is a high speed winds and resolving around the low pressure. So low pressure is nothing but will be at the center and remaining will be the very high speed wind. Okay, so likewise the cyclone will form. Okay, it's nothing but a system of closed rotating winds, closed means compactly rotating winds around a low pressure area. So this is the center one is a low pressure area and surrounding is the high speed wind. Okay, so now which are the structures here, they have got a specifically named. So the center of a cyclone is a calm area because it is a low pressure area, and that is called as the eye. The middle one is called as eye, this is called as a eye. And the eye wall, where is the eye wall present, next to the eye, that is a band of a dense clouds surrounding the eye. Okay, which is nothing but a surrounds the eye, and maximum wind speed occurs. So as I have told you, if we skip the center part, remaining portion which is rotated to the center one, that is a high speed wind. Okay, so maximum wind speed occurs there. Next part is there, that is the spiral wind band. So remaining all you can see, this and these and all these things are what, these are the bands which are rotating one or spiral one, is it? So those bands of clouds bounce spirally into the eye wall. So you can see the next portion after the center one, that is the eye wall, that is just connected the portion to the eye wall, that is called as a spiral rain bond, sorry, bands. Okay, and containing heavy rains obviously. So at the timing of the rainfall only this situation can occur. So now here cyclone Orisis. So in the Orissa what happened, in the Orissa mostly the in the east coastal line is a more prone to the cyclone. So in the in the Orissa mostly this situation happens many times. Okay, so this I just given an example for understanding in which location this type of a things happens mostly. So see guys, here the cyclone is eye is near about how much distance. So this is near about 10 to 30 kilometer, you can sometimes say that it is from meter to kilometer also. Okay, it will be a very huge one. So the eye of the region which clouds about 150 kilometer, and this is also having a wind speed, that wind speed is nothing but what, that is the eye wall which is near about 150 to 250 kilometers per hour. It may increase as the heavy rain will be there. Okay, so the speed of the wind gradually decreases as it moves away from the eye. So if from eye places the bands and spiral band and the eye wall will get removed, slowly decreases, then it will be slowed down, the cyclone situation will be get slowed down. So next is, that is the one more thing is that about the cyclone, which are the harmful effects of the cyclone. See guys, so if the cyclone will happen, then what will be the situations, what will be the things will happen, and how it affect on the human beings and other living beings and the life. See guys, it loss of a life, if it will be a very huge time or in huge manner, then loss of a life will happens there. Next, loss of a property. So what happens here, we know that in the flood, is it, when the flood will happens, because of these things flood can also happens, because of that whole the village, that may be a city which is nearby the coastal area, that will be get vanish up, is it, that will be get washed away with that water. So that's why the life and the properties means the what can we say, that residential, the homes, houses, buildings, all will get washed out. Okay, next, that is the damage of buildings, bridges, roadways. So these things also happens, that we have already studied in the lower classes in the natural disasters, is it. Next, that is a no electricity supply. In such a situation, the electricity will also get lost. Next, no transportation will happen. If the damage will happen to the roadways, then obviously no transportation will be there. Next, adverse effect on agriculture happens, guys. So under the agriculture effect, so what will be the problems, crop will destroy, reduce soil fertility. Obviously, if the, as we know that the upper layer of the soil which is very nutrient one, is it, and fertility only because of that thing only, if it will be get vanished up with the high heavy water flow, then obviously it will get vanished up. So this will the different effects happens on the life of living beings. So now here, one type of a cyclone is there, guys, that is called as a tornado. So tornado is type of a cyclone. So see here, the cyclone are the given different names in the different parts of the world. Okay, every part of the world, they have got different names to the cyclone, and they are called as a hurricanes in the America. So in case of America, they call it as a hurricanes. Next, the content and this typhons in Japan. So in the Japan, what they used to call typhons. Okay, so these are the different names. A tornado, it occurs within a cyclone only. So during the cyclone situation, before it causing, it shows the tornado. Okay, so in the image you can see, most of the times you may have seen it, not in the live, but maybe in entertaining purpose in television or somewhere else. Okay, so this is what tornado occurs within a cyclone only. It is a shape of rotating funnel. You can see, guys, how it is a dark funnel shaped. Funnel means we know that, from that we used to be filter, is it. This is actually a cone shaped, that is a dark funnel shaped cloud. Okay, and now that sucks in debris. That sucks a debris means whichever the dust, dirt, particles will be there, that is included in it, inside it, that is going to be sucked out, and everything at the bottom, and thrown them out at the top. So at the here position, they used to be take up all the dust, dirts, and everything. From there to the top, they will throw out. What they used to do, they used to be throw out. So it diameter ranges from the meter to the kilometer. So its range also can be vary from a single meter to the kilometer also. So with a speed of up to 300 kilometers per hour. So what will be its minimum or maximum wind speed, that is near about 300 kilometer per hour. So this will be the situation which is happen uh, in the one part of the cyclone, that is called as a tornado. So it travels at very high speed. And so see, what will be the effect, the force due to the earth's rotation that tries to deflect winds towards the left and right, known as a Coriolis effect. So Coriolis effect is nothing but it is due to the earth's rotation, and that tries to deflect the winds towards left and right, that is called as a Coriolis effect. So see, guys, this was about the tornado, which is a funnel shaped, okay, having a triangle like shape, and from the bottom side they used to be take up or suck the whole dirt, dust, debris, everything, and upside, and it will get thrown out. Okay, thrown out. So this situation happens in the tornado. It is nothing but a one part of a cyclone, but it not similar like a cyclone, but sometimes it look like a cyclone, but it is very huge one, and it is very in height manner. It ranges from kilometer to meter, near about 300 kilometer per hour. Its speed will be 300 kilometer per hour. So next is, what are the safety measures? So this was also one part of our chapter. So in such a situation, if the winds, storms, cyclone, tornado, all these things will happen in such a situation, what are the safety things you have to be carry? So see, which are the measures of the safety from the lightning? First of all, we will see about the lightning. Avoid taking refuge under the isolate trees. So you must not take any help or refuge under the any trees which is isolated one, single one. Okay, and in the forest, seek shelter under a small tree. Do not lie on the ground. We should not lie on the ground during such a situation while the lightning I'm talking. So do not try taking cover under an umbrella also. Avoid sitting near metal shades and the open gadgets. So we must not sit nearby to the metal things. And if in water rush out if in water rush out and go inside a building. So under the building we have to take a shelter, and a car or a bus is a safe place to take a cover. So inside the car or the bus you can take a shelter, you can stay there. So next is measures of safety from the tornado. So while tornado will happen, at that time what the major safety you have to take? So like a cyclone forecast and the warming system. So the under the government, weather forecasting peoples are there, is it? They used to be work under in such offices. So those peoples should inform you before it happening. Okay, at that time you can take it precautions, is it? So you can try to be any staying purpose, other things, is it? So you can take a any decisions before it. And what happens here, there should be communication, guys. Then only you peoples can uh, get warning, and then only you can think about the next step. The next is rapid warning a system to governments and fishermen and people in a prone zone. So with those people who live in such a nearby areas where mostly causes the tornado, and there will going to be happen. So those peoples who nearby to these situations, those peoples like a fisherman and the governments, so those should get informed first. Next, construction of a cyclone shelter and the rapid evacuation schemes. So there should be a some shelters, like some buildings or something different should be there, which is can fight against the cyclone, means in such a places that cyclone cannot affect on human beings, is it? Such a shelter should be get built up. And avoiding fallen power lines. So we should not touch to the electricity, or not try to be switch on it. Okay, next, cooperation with the others and rescue team. So whenever the peoples who come in such a situation, that is called as a rescue team, is it? So we have to be cooperate with them, and as they told us, tell us to do, we can follow those things. So these are the some points about the safety measures that may be a tornado, or that may be for the lightning. So we have to be take care of these things. So in this chapter we have studied about the wind, storms, and the cyclones, and cyclone type, and the harmful effects of the cyclone, the structure of a cyclone, and next, that is a safety measures of a lightning and the thunderstorm or the cyclone. So for any doubts and difficulties, you can ask me anytime. Thank you.